Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Ant-Man channel. It is Tuesday, the 6th of January, 2015, and I'm your host, Ant-Man, and um, I got an issue, or I should say article. I got an article here in front of me from ICR.org. ICR stands for the Institute for Creation Research. So ICR.org, I'll put the link. Um, I'm on a science tip today. There's this article is entitled "Devils, Dinosaurs, and Squirrel Fossils" by Brian Thomas, MS. Evidence for creation. So the concept of dinosaurs living in a distant time populated by unique and now mostly extinct plants and animals have captured generations of students and moviegoers. But actual fossil finds keep contradicting this view. More and more, they seem to paint a biblical picture of dinosaurs and various mammals created and alive at the same time. I don't think it's a coincidence that people were drawing dinosaurs and people with swords fighting each other on all kinds of different pottery and all of that and on rocks. I don't think that that's a coincidence. I think people really did walk around with dinosaurs. And why is that hard to believe? The evidence suggests otherwise. And you know what? I saw a very disturbing video yesterday about a guy who discovered a dinosaur fossil, and he tried to go and he got it peer reviewed and published and whatnot. And the guy that he went to, I forgot what college it was, like Yale or something. He went to Yale, and the guy said, "I don't like this guy's religion." Well, too bad. You're in America, and it doesn't matter what you don't like. Okay, this was never brought up in a court of law. This guy was absolutely rejected, and he was his claim didn't. Nobody wanted to pick it up. I don't know, man. This could have ties with the CFR. There's an agenda to teach people to not believe in God, and that's part of it. The evolution theory is fallible and it's not real. It's a fairy tale, and these people are being deceived to believe something that has absolutely no water, that holds no water. It's just it's not. It doesn't even qualify to be a theory because you need to observe things by the scientific method for something to qualify as a theory. They're just making stuff up, and they don't want to. They don't want anybody to get out of this like this trance of believing this lie. And it's such an evil thing in our country that we have only people that want to listen to people who have an atheistic worldview. But if you're Christian, you're silenced straight up. A 2013 Acts and Facts article described an intriguing Chinese fossil that broke with the conventional secular scene. The fossil looked so similar to today's Tasmanian devil that one wonders why scientists didn't simply name it as such. Instead, they called it Repinammus robustus after 130 million supposed years of natural environments culling a constant supply of mutated variants. Why did Repinammus not evolve one new body part or function? Perhaps something other than the actual fossil discouraged secular scientists from simply calling it like it appears: a fossilized Tasmanian devil with a baby Psittacosaurus in its stomach. Simply, a recent ICR Creation Science update reported 6 newly discovered squirrel-like mammal fossils found in dinosaur fossil containing rock layers in China. And there's references here, man. I'll put the link. You guys can all check this stuff out. Researchers grouped their finds under a new name, Euhara Myida, or Myida. Why this fancy title merely cloaks plain old squirrels found in Jurassic layers. Advocates of evolution typically assert that smaller mammals in this supposed age of reptiles evolved into today's larger mammals like whales, elk, and bears. But if the global flood really happened, then we would expect the initial tsunami-like waves of sediment-laden water to deposit sea creatures in the lower layers. Then in later months, the flood would bury dinosaurs, mammals, lake or swamp-loving plants, reptiles, fish, clams, insects, and birds in upper layers. In this model, the mammals buried with dinosaurs were relatively small, not because they were waiting to evolve into larger forms, but because they lived in vast pre-flood lowland swamps that elk, bears, and people avoided. It comes as no surprise that the ever-increasing discoveries of mammal fossils in rocks that also contain dinosaur fossils show an ever-widening diversity of swamp-friendly mammal forms. For example, small shrew-like mammals that books and museums often show with dinosaur fossils closely resemble tree shrews that thrive today in Southeast Asia's tropical forests. Researchers in 2006 described a fossil they named Castorocata They found it in a sedimentary layer mixed with pterosaurs, insects, amphibians, a dinosaur, and a gastropod. It has a broad, flattened, partly scaly tail and analogous to that of modern beavers. Maybe it was a beaver. Other researchers recently described their unexpected discovery of raccoon-sized mammal tracks right beside dinosaur tracks of Angola's Katoka diamond mine. To this author's admittedly non-expert eye, the five-toed tracks are hard to distinguish from those made by opossums that walk with their thumbs pointing inward. Finally, a mammal skull from Madagascar's dinosaur rocks, when artistically fleshed out, looks like a 20-pound rodent. An article summarizing the find called it a groundhog-like mammal, three times the size of today's adult groundhogs. They named it Vitana, but perhaps should have named it Mega Groundhog. The unfolding story of amazing mammal diversity in dinosaur-laden rocks does not shock flood geologists. Those who accept the Genesis account of Earth history accept tropical mammal fossils with dinosaurs. Include varieties in squirrels, squirrel, tree shrew, beaver, Tasmanian devil, and other rodent kinds that look so similar to today's basic created mammal kinds. Yeah, but they're doing a very good job of brainwashing the masses by putting out skits on SNL that mock creationists. It's so funny to be a fembot that goes out on television and acts silly all day. You know what, man? The joke was really harsh, and there's no truth to it. They're trying to make fun of AIG. AIG is ran by Dr. Ken Ham. He is a creationist and a brilliant teacher of creation. He has his own theme park, and he's building Noah's Ark, a replica of the actual Noah's Ark. He got mocked on SNL. They were like, "Hey, I just got back from the Creation Museum. Hey, did you know Moses had a dinosaur?" And it's kind of like, oh, so they're mocking the fact that we find that dinosaurs actually lived alongside human beings and didn't live billions of years ago, and prove it to your face. And you guys have to try so hard to try to dumb everyone down to not believe it by mocking us, and that's all you got? That's all you got, atheists? You're going to have to stop listening to Richard Dawkins, man, because he's giving you some bad advice. You might as well wave the white flag of surrender if you're going to, resort to name-calling and ad hominem attacks, because you have no argument. The jig is up. Even your own people within your own communities are telling you to come out of the closet, man. You have been found out. There have been many movies made by you, especially the guy that comes out with the Clear Eye commercial. He's like, red eyes. He came out with that one movie about how it's illogical to believe in atheistic evolution and take it seriously as a worldview. It's so, how could you be so blind? But so is the sin of mankind, and that is the corruption of it. But anyways, God bless you. I hope you guys were encouraged by this, and have a good day.